riveting characters of not Joseph and not Peaches, but Peach and Joe. Give it up for Shay Mitchell and Penn Badgley! Give it up one more time. I think they were screaming at some point and they were like, oh, my phone, I need to take a video. Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome.
Oh, hi.
You guys are all of a sudden so quiet. The Filipinos are not known to be quiet, but now they're just kind of staring and taking Instagram videos. Did you know that the Philippines is actually the social media capital of the world?
You told us that earlier.
Yeah, I'm repeating it so you don't pretend like you haven't heard it yet.
How many hours was it again?
4 hours on social media in a day.
Wow.
Just Instagram.
I bet you know what? I think that's average for a lot of people, probably, right?
Yeah, probably so. Or
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know.
That's probably pretty
I
average.
spent a while on it yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, we're so excited to have you guys here. But of course, would you like to say hello first to all of your Filipino fans who are just excited to have you here?
Yes. Hi, everyone. We just tried Hello Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't, but Penn did.
And it was massive. It was actually that big.
It's bigger than both. Yeah, it was huge.
How was it? How was the Hello Hello? Did you enjoy
It
it?
was great. Yeah, it was
sweet.
good. I mean, it's a lot of sugar. It's like 10 a.m. or something, but it was nice.
There's sugar in every Filipino dish. I think that's the thing that we have here. But we're off on food already. So start off. Welcome to the Philippines. It's not your first time here in Manila.
It's not my third time.
It's your third time here. Welcome back
Thank
to the
you.
Philippines. How's
Thank
it so
you.
far?
So good. I've already eaten all the food, so yeah, it's amazing.
How about you, Penn? Is it your first time here in Manila?
Yeah, very much. I've still not seen a lot of the city, but and I may not because I'll be in this hotel.
But have you at least tasted some of the Filipino food that we have?
Well, the Halo Halo,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it so far. Because again, like yesterday, I was just adjusting to jet lag, and I stayed in the hotel, and I had the choice between the Filipino breakfast and the American breakfast, and I actually asked the woman on the phone. I was like, "What would you recommend? Like, which is better?" And she was like, "Oh, sir, I think I would stay with the American breakfast."
I'm gonna have some like longanisa and we'll get it.
Yeah, I'm adventurous. I'll eat. I'll try. I'll try anything.
Okay, so that's our assignment then for the rest of the days, right? To make him try Filipino.
Yeah, I'll keep it. I'll do it. I'll definitely do it.
I'll just keep sending stuff to your room.
Yeah.
Some pound seeds.
There you go. You got it all. You've tried it everything. Okay, well, so congratulations first and foremost on the global phenomenal success of You. How does it feel to work on something as big as this now? You know, to be part of this incredible show.
I mean, it feels pretty awesome, but we just had such a great time shooting it. And for me personally, as soon as I read the script, I was like, okay, I don't care if I'm a part of this or not. I can't wait for this show to come out because it just had all the elements of what makes a really good show. And then shooting it, we had so much fun. It went by so quick. And now that everybody's able to enjoy it, it's also really exciting to get to relive it again with the fans and just friends and family who are all watching. So.
It's less fun for me because I'm a murderer. Let's just be clear, right?
Spoiler.
I mean, I know it's all fun to watch, but I don't want to give any spoilers, but I kill more than 3 people. Right? So we're all clear.
Exceeding expectations.
Yeah, I guess so.
And what was it like the first time that you read the script, and you got to see the characters and you got to see the storyline? What was it like actually doing the show and watching it come alive on screen?
Okay, I remember reading some of the scenes between Penn's character Joe and Peach and just imagining how I would play that. But honestly, being on set and getting to work with Penn, being my first time, was 10 times more fun. It was just, it's funny. I'm literally having to kill him with my eyes and, the funny little lines he says, and then he literally does.
Well, we don't want to. Yeah, can we say it? I guess everybody here has seen it now. Is that like? Can we get a? No, you're like so. Not.
She's like, not yet.
She's like, I
But
prefer
for the
Pretty Little
viewers who
Liars.
haven't,
Yeah. So we don't want to ruin it for people, but yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
It was. Well, again, like
I was just speaking specifically to our
Yeah.
scenes. Like,
No, I loved working with Shay. I really did, and I love doing press with Shay, because I feel we're quite different, but then we just really mix well, like the ingredients of a halo halo.
Yeah.
There we go.
You got it. Yes. Mix.
Unity and diversity. When I read the script, I was quite troubled, because again, like, I understood all those elements about the show, but I was the person reading the, I'm thinking, all right, I don't get to play Peach, I don't get to play Beck, I don't get to write the thing, I don't get to score the thing, I don't get to watch it, I have to be Joe, Everyone else gets to watch it and enjoy it in this different way. So for me, when I read it, I was actually like, good luck, but I don't know that I can. I don't know that I can do this for such a long period of time. When you do a film, for instance, it's like 2 months, and then you don't do it again. This is, it's like 6 months, a year. Maybe we'll go on for season after season, killing more people, and I guess that's getting less and less funny.
It's becoming real too, though. Like killing
and they're
more
like,
people.
oh yeah, right. So I think I had a lot of reservations, which is appropriate, because now we can all watch something and feel somewhat responsible. But I think that's the thing, is like, to the degree that everybody else is able to consume it in this way, that it is enjoyable, it's like I kind of have to take on the burden of making it somewhat real for myself. And that's just not, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just a bit different. But I can appreciate the fact that it is being consumed in the way that it is.
Yeah, and a lot of people, some of your tweets actually were trending recently because of how you.
That's right. It's my first time going viral, Shay.
Welcome to Twitter.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club, right? You should welcome him to the social media club.
Yeah.
With a lot of people responding to Joe's character, and you were so vocal about not romanticizing the character. Obviously, we get to appreciate it on a certain level, but you were saying earlier, there's a certain level of adore, and then there's creepy. So how did you respond to all those conflicting, comments from a lot of your viewers, and how did you get to the character?
Well, first of all, I think we, as the people who made the show, should take responsibility, because he is a charming guy, and that was obviously what they wanted. And it was always a bit of it was a push and pull between me and the directors, the writers, wanting me to be charming, right? And I was always like, less interested in, there are even things that I want to say, but I feel like they're inappropriate. But I guess if you're watching the show, it's not about spoilers, but it has to do with just like, normally things you wouldn't say in an interview that have to do with, such intense topics. But, I think it was always a balance between making this guy real, and then also, he's not a real person. I was not thinking of like a clinical portrayal of a real psychopath. I was thinking sometimes of that, and then other times he's meant to represent things that are inside all of us, like the internet troll. Even Joe in some ways is a little bit like the internet troll made real, which is a serial killer. Actually, so that's no, but I mean really, because like the kind of things that people say on the internet, how often do people talk about? They're like, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna murder. I mean, even one of the tweets that I actually ended up following one of the women who I had a correspondence with. Because she had said something, and then I responded, and then that one went viral, and then there were apparently people tweeting at her. There was like a guy who tweeted at her, like, maybe we should send murderers to your house just so you know the difference. And I mean, come on, like that's, so the meta response to this show is quite deep. I mean, I think like if we're not careful, Joe can maybe bring out the Joe in us. Or we, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think I'm the person who has to always be thinking about the delicate balance of these themes. Just because I'm that guy.
You're the guy, yeah. And it's important that you actually start conversations with people who follow the show and who find it so interesting, that specific character, right? So it's good. And Shay, for you, you're a social media maven. How do you view this this show in light of the work that you do on social media? I mean, you have your vlogs, you have everything, you share your life so much also. How do you see it from the perspective of someone who saw the storyline also, and somebody who lives that kind of life being a social media?
I mean, it's interesting because I've said this before, but there are so many people that can fall in love and become obsessed with somebody who they've never even met before. And that's the world that we live in now. You get to know all of this information that that person is putting out there, you know, and making up who this person is in your mind to be this imaginary, you know, vision. And I think that I completely get it when people become fascinated with people, because you feel like you get to know them with what they put out there. And I think a lot of the time too, being on the flip side, I also have to question some things that I put out there, you know, and when I put it out, and just how much of it I want people to be aware of. So it's really a fine balance, and yeah, a very fine line.
Yeah, but I like also, you posted recently on your Instagram about how it's not the real world. What you're posting on your social media, it's not. But you share these things because you want to be able to inspire and encourage others, and show them what's happening with the world around you, where you're being taken to.
Yeah,
right?
I think as long as you can use it in a way to know that the images that you're seeing are people's highlight reels.
Mm-hmm.
It's not reality.
Yeah.
You know, it's the best of that best moment of that day, you know, that's been curated and perfected and filtered a million times. If you can go into it knowing that, then you can use it appropriately.
Yeah. And do you think that it's, you know, that plays a lot with why people love this show so much, right? Maybe because they can actually see the real world kind of going in, that social media makes you so close to someone in that way.
I mean, yeah, I feel like our previous shows kind of touched on using technology and social media a little bit, but when I read the script, I was like, wow, this show is really using what's available, these social media platforms. It's really using it and showing, you know, just how we all use it today. It touched on a lot.
Yeah, we all use social media like Joe, right?
I mean, not like that.
No,
you know what I mean.
No, you're right. I mean, actually, I think what Joe is doing is in a way quite normal. That's the most disturbing part. He really isn't doing anything that's super high tech. He's just like, yeah, I'm actually doing this. I'm creeping on people, and so what's the difference between creeping on them in real life? I think in a way, Joe is like, I'm courageous. Everyone else is doing this behind closed doors on their phone, but I'll do it in real life because I'm brave. I'm a man. I'm a, you know. So his logic is interesting. I think Joe reveals the unsettling logic that actually a lot of us are following, you know, in the worst way in social media. But then I think in the best way, it is a tool, and there's nothing inherently wrong about that tool at all. I think, in fact, I really admire people like Shay who have an authentic relationship with it, where it's like fluid. See, me, when I try to do something on social media, it's pathetic.
It was very cute. I wouldn't say pathetic. It was cute. You didn't know how to post a story.
But I think about it too much. And therefore, when I do use it, it actually lacks that authenticity and that fluidity that I think a lot of like extra young people, we call them Gen Z, is that right now? Yeah, well, but we're millennials. We're all millennials. I'm talking about people who are like, you know, 15 to like 25 now. You know? I'm in my 30s, let's be clear. But you know, I actually really appreciate people who have this sort of totally like just second nature relationship to it. Because then I think you're able to. That's when you know you do have something meaningful and substantive to post. Then I think it really comes through and people appreciate it all the more.
It's like a whole conversation.